Highlights of Manchester City's first match in Europe for 24 years.
United for the double.
What, Rovers get hammered 5-0?
3-0 to the Reds? Yeah.
Welcome to Soccer Night on an historic evening for Manchester City Football Club. Their first ever competitive fixture at their brand new City of Manchester Stadium. And what's more, it's a return to European competition after an absence of 24 years. It's the UEFA Cup qualifying round first leg against Welsh League side TNS Llansanfraid, with a place in the UEFA Cup proper beckoning the winner. Well, 4 years in the making and at a cost of £125 million, there'll not be a Blue fan anywhere who won't be proud of their new home. If they did have to leave Main Road after 80 years, then we're better than this. What a proud day indeed for the club, a proud day too for their manager Kevin Keegan, and we can get his pre-match thoughts with our touchline reporter, Mike Hall.
Yes, thank you, Alistair. Kevin, this really is a big night for Manchester City, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big night for us because, you know, we're in Europe. I never expected it. We didn't earn it by the conventional means, as you know. We've earned it through the Fair Play League, but nevertheless we're in there. And it's the first time for 25 years. And it's the first competitive game in the new stadium. So, yeah, big night for everybody. And hopefully, you know, if we do the job professionally, a really good night.
How important is it for you and this club to be back in Europe?
Well, I think more importantly, it's important for this club to be in the Premiership. I've got to say that, because a team like Manchester City should be in the Premiership. But that gets tougher every year. But I think we're equipped to take on Europe. We've got a pretty decent, strong squad now, pretty much a strength in depth, nearly covered in every position, as I would like. So, you know, we can take the odd injury, even though you don't want them. So, yeah, I think we're ready. We'll find out a bit more tonight. But, you know, there's bigger teams to come, obviously, than TNS. So we've got to cross this bridge now and then see what's put in front of us.
Okay, good luck tonight.
Yeah,
thanks
thanks
for joining
very
us.
much.
Thank you. Kick-off fast approaching now. It's back to you, Alistair.
Well, Liverpool, Blackburn Rovers and Southampton, among others, await in the UEFA Cup proper for the winner of this tie. And its importance is apparent by looking at the side named by Kevin Keegan this evening. It's unlikely to be too dissimilar from their Premiership opener at Charlton on Sunday. One pleasant surprise for the home supporters is the appearance in central midfield of Israeli Ayel Berkovic, who, although still on the transfer list, appears to be having second thoughts about leaving. Well, fairy tales do come true, but TNS are 33-1 to record a win tonight, made up predominantly of players who never made the grade in the Football League. Gary Brabin is their most experienced, with more than 200 games for the likes of Bury and Blackpool. Centre-half Jimmy Agri was once released by Kevin Keegan during his Fulham days, and striker Simon Davis boasts one Welsh cap after graduating from the same Manchester United youth team that developed Beckham, Scholes, Butt and the Nevilles. Well, these two sides may be less than 100 miles apart, but the officials have come from Russia, led by referee Alexei Tumin. Well, they not be the most glamorous of names, but TNS have now earned their place in history as Manchester City's first competitive opponents in the City of Manchester Stadium, and become their first European opposition since Borussia Mönchengladbach of Germany, who knocked them out of the UEFA Cup quarter-finals in 1979. And it's ironic that the Welsh side it is who boast a recent history of European competition. This their fifth season, courtesy of their League of Wales exploits. Super ball by Michael Tarnack, meanwhile trying to play in Robbie Fowler, who just fails to win the corner. Terrific sweeping ball by one of several new signings on show tonight, Michael Tarnack, the German, picking out Robbie Fowler. Here is Sun Shihai. Acres of space within which to operate. Here's Anelka. Wright Phillips just inside of him. Here is Wright Phillips. And it was a shot rather than a cross, and it flew adjacent to Gerard Doherty's posts. And the big keeper was quite happy to watch it go by. Sun Chi-hai, no offside. And although he connected well, it was never on target. Sun Chi-hai. Wright Phillips. Paul Borsveld. Berkovic just behind Sun Chi-hai, but the Chinese international kept it on. That's a lovely ball from Berkovic, but with intervention by Gary Bravin, who has been an integral part already in the defensive barrier of TNS. He's offering the protection in front of the back four. Tarnat looking for Wright Phillips. It's a beautifully weighted ball, and Wright Phillips' control is good, but the left foot volley was not. And if Michael Tarnat continues to thread balls of that calibre from left to right, then Manchester City are going to carve open many an opposition, never mind a League of Wales side. Berkovic. Sinclair. Trying to get on the end of that ball, and it's not going to go in because it's cleared off the line, and eventually Manchester City can get it, rather TNS can get it away. Sinclair played in. Berkovic threading it through inevitably, and Nelka then saw the run of Sinclair. Sinclair tried to prod it goal bound, and TNS eventually getting it clear. Berkovic aiming for Distan, just by the penalty spot. Sinclair! It took 13 minutes. Well, he almost scored 40 seconds earlier. This time, he had his range. Left it out. Oh, and that's sweet. Well, there are hands on heads already in the TNS back line, but there wasn't much they could have done about that. Berkovic. Looking for runners ahead of it. One of them is Anelka. Berkovic. Wright Phillips. Good save. Almost for Fowler, but cleared. And credit to Gerard Doherty there. The former Republic of Ireland Youth International coming up with an important save, and it bounced awkwardly off the turf. Corner taken quickly. Berkovic trying to find Tarnat. Fowler peeling away. There's a flag up, so even though it hit the base of the post, it wouldn't have mattered. The assistant flagged furiously, I suspect for a push rather than offside. That was the little arm on the back of the defender by Fowler. Tarnat. Again, that crossfield pass that is already becoming a trademark in his 28 minutes as a Manchester City player. And Sean Wright Phillips' cross then was just in front of Robbie Fowler. Well, bizarrely, Sean Wright Phillips is having a supply line provided from the left side of defence by Michael Tarnat. This time, Sun Chi-hai and Al Berkovic combined to put him through. Berkovic. Sommet. In towards Anelka. He was just caught by Agri. It's a free kick right on the edge of the TNS area. Agri looks disappointed with that decision. Not that it was outside the box, but that it was given at all. Here he comes. And it went the other side, to which Gerard Doherty, I think, was expecting. But the German dragged it fractionally wide. He met it crisply enough, but was put off sufficiently by the charging TNS players. Trying to pick out Sinclair. It's a lovely ball, and so too is the first time cross. Here's Fowler. Did it strike grabbing on the line? I think it did. Lovely ball by Tarnack. Great pullback, and after it deflected off Agri, Fowler shot. I think it might have been Naylor on the line. Well, TNS ending the half in Manchester City territory, but that's not been the story of it. The predictions have all been accurate in as much as Manchester City are ahead, but the scoreline at the moment, just 1-0. Trevor Sinclair, the first player to score here at the City of Manchester Stadium in a competitive fixture. But surely there are more goals to come. Join us after the break.
United score 3?
Add your own flavour and shake it in. The new KFC Popcorn Chicken Shaker, only $1.99.
Vauxhall introduce a revolution in car design, the Mariva.
Whack. Whack. Whack, whack.
With independent rear audio and flexible seating, the front's for you, the back's for the kids. Mariva, from Vauxhall.
Have you ever seen a moisturizer like this? It's new Johnson's Baby Oil Gel. On wet skin, this rich gel seals in 10 times more moisture than many lotions or creams can on dry skin, leaving skin so intensively moist that it's perfectly baby soft too. New Johnson's Baby Oil Gel.
Oh, yes, I'm the dog from the advert, you know. Do you want to stroke my coat?
Give the dog a phone now and see how much you could save on car insurance.
There's only one place to be this summer.
ITV2 exclusively gives you VIP access to the music festival of the year.
It's the only one for the top name bands, the only one for those that really know music.
This is what summer's all about, and it's only on ITV2.
The Festival, Saturday at 10:30.
What? Reds to win?
Well, welcome back. 5-0 is the record victory for Manchester City in European competition, a scoreline they've achieved twice. It was also the scoreline that TNS lost the first leg of the UEFA Cup qualifying round last season in Poland against Amica. So far, so good for the League of Wales representatives. Just a very well taken Trevor Sinclair snapshot. And I am certain that their game plan will not be altered in the second half. It'll be all about Manchester City examining them, as Sean Wright-Phillips almost did there with the acrobatic cycle kick. He has had several half chances this evening, Sean Wright-Phillips, but they have all gone beyond Jared Doherty's post. A large cheer has gone up around the stadium at the sight of Paolo Wanchope warning up the Manchester City centre forward. There he is, still making his way back to fitness after a lengthy injury absence of over a season. At the moment, he will watch a shot coming in. Here's Simon Davis, comfortably gathered by David Seaman. Sinclair. Berkovic. Fowler. Bosvelt. Sommet. Bosvelt was caught there late. The referee saw it, but as Wade play on and Wright Phillips has scored. It was crisp and clean, and it bounced right at the feet of Gerard Doherty, and he couldn't keep it out. Well, he's had several half chances, and I guess in many ways he was the likeliest to double Manchester City's lead. You might just have caught the foul on Paul Bosvelt. The referee saw it too. And it was fight in, and Doherty, well, he did his best to get his body in the way, but it just dipped late there into the back of the net. Tarnat with another terrific ball, and Nelka, Fowler, he's overdone it. Doherty had come and couldn't quite get on the end of it, and once he was out of position, Fowler instinctively here going for the return chip over his head, but it was scooped and over. Distan. Tarnat. Hardly a surprise when he swings it to the opposite side of play. There's Sunshine. And now Nelka. Fowler's made the run. Here is Fowler. The cross has stayed in. Makes it number 3. Well, where did he come from? I suspect that's what the TNS defenders are saying as well. We've reached the hour mark, and Manchester City are beginning to build a platform here. 3-0. Lovely ball by Anelka. Terrific bending cross by Fowler. And look at that. It's the right fullback. He has scored before for Manchester City. He's now scored again. Tarnat. Terrific. Wright Phillips, equally good. Sunshine kept it on. Fowler. Oh, that could have been picture book stuff. That could have been very, very special. Tarnat's pass, and then eventually Sunshine kept it on. Fowler just lost control. Good a tackle though by Agric. Well, the cheer from the stands is as much to welcome a fresh pair of legs as it is to welcome Paulo Wanchope back to first team action. He hasn't played for Manchester City in over a season. Anelka and Fowler and Berkovic and Wright Phillips. Fowler's looking for it but won't get there. And Manchester City perhaps over-elaborated, but Chris King must be applauded for some terrific defending. Good football, almost toying with TNS here, but all credit to King. Berkovic, Fowler was neat, but he just lost his balance at the crucial moment. That's more like the Robbie Fowler that English internationals have been used to seeing down the years. Manchester City are making their second substitution, and Paulo Wanchope will replace Robbie Fowler. Warm applause for the man vacating and the man entering the city of Manchester Stadium. He last played in a World Cup match, would you believe, against Brazil in June 2002. Has been dogged with knee problems ever since. And the Costa Rican international was always a popular figure during his 3 years of the club. His first real touch wasn't bad either. Here is one shot. And it's a corner. The familiar sight of those long telescopic legs already beginning to make an immediate impact. Agri turning it away. It's too close to the goalkeeper, although he opted to punch, and Barton, and it's tucked in by Sommet. Barton getting some of the credit, but it was Sommet who got the final touch. It was a poor decision to punch. And there's the ultimate in punishment for that choice by Gerard Doherty. Barton, Sommet, 4-0. Here's Wright Phillips, pushing Anelka through. And at last, a striker gets on the score sheet. And Manchester City have matched their best ever European scoreline now. Anelka is finishing as well as he was last season. And Manchester City have the 5-0 scoreline that many had felt they were going to get on the evening. The scoring began in the 13th minute by Trevor Sinclair, rounded off 3 minutes from time by Nicolas Anelka. And in fairness, TNS did everything that you'd expect of them. They were rigid, they were tough, they held their shape. But the quality of Manchester City proved far too much. And it's a 5-0 first leg lead they take to the Millennium Stadium.
Well, Kevin, is that something like the scoreline you'd hoped for tonight?
Yeah, very satisfied. I mean, it was difficult. They came and played with one up, which, you know, is their right, and really, I think, tried a little bit of damage limitation. And for a while, through a culmination of some bad luck from our point of view and some maybe poor final passes, they held on to 1-0. But I said to the lads at half-time, you're going to get a lot more chances. Let's hope we just stick them in, and of course we did. Maybe could have won by more, but I think the crowd have enjoyed it. 34,000 for a game like this, I think it's fantastic.
Well, I was disappointed in a few of the goals, but, you know, there were mistakes that you'd expect from players from our level of football.
You certainly didn't seem overawed by the occasion tonight.
No, I mean, you know, I think we were doing well up until the second goal. The first goal was a mistake off a corner, well, a mistake, we haven't defended it. We work on things like that every day, so that was disappointing. The second goal, you know, I think they were just starting to run out of ideas a little bit, and if it won 25 yards, it squeezed in. We'd normally expect to keep that out. And, you know, again, like, it was just disappointing the way we conceded the goals.
I'd settle for the scoreline every week. You know, to beat anyone 5-0, they're a well-organised side. They battle for each other. They never gave us anything. We had to earn everything. So credit to them. But, you know, at the end of the day, we've got a comfortable lead.
It is a great occasion, you know. It's, I said before the tie that, you know, Manchester City are in a different league to us, they're in a different universe. You know, they're a fantastic club, very professional, and it's been a great day for all concerned, apart from the result.
So both managers with plenty of positives to reflect upon, and I guess in many ways the match went as everyone would have forecast before it even got underway. A 5-0 lead, therefore, for Manchester City to take to the Millennium Stadium in a fortnight's time. Well, football, of course, comes thick and fast at this stage of the season, and Soccer Sunday at 12:30 brings you all the nationwide league goals from the day before and looks ahead to the start of the Premiership season as well for Liverpool and Manchester City that afternoon. And indeed, we'll have quotes from both camps. Well, that's all from the City of Manchester Stadium on its first night of competitive action, an historic one too, as Manchester City return to European competition for the first time in 24 years and have matched their biggest ever margin of victory too. From all of us here, have a good night.
to as Auschwitz